Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about Phoenix. So in the last day or so I have been messing around with her. Even though she makes my phone lag somewhat, I do enjoy using her. I think she's cool. I'm still a bit undecided about her, whether to rank 3 her or not, but I must say that I do quite enjoy using her. And number one, thanks to some of your comments that gave me a few tips and tricks. And number two is I watched some videos on YouTube as well, kind of like trying to figure out what other players have found. And I have to give a shout out to Grass MCOC. He's a very cool guy with a very cool channel, and he actually found a long form content rotation for Phoenix that I think is probably the best that you're gonna find, and genuinely feels significantly better and is faster. So I did want to make effectively the second Phoenix video, or the third one at this point, where we're quote unquote using the best practices and the best rotations for her, and there is a decent improvement, especially consistently better, slightly better fight times. It's not a major change in the shorter form fights, but it still feels better and more organic. So you start up the fight with Phoenix just like you always did, with your 4 combos into the heavy attack, into charging it and then releasing it, and then you build up to your first level 2s naturally without any help of power gain, making sure you build up those furies, get those power echoes. And as we can see here, we are already doing some meaningful damage meanwhile. And then at this point, I think I'm going to make a slight mistake somewhere here, but that's fine. We have all the region involved. You activate another level 1, get 3 power echoes, and then just go for your damage phase. And that's one of the most important things here is, whilst your level 2 aura is active, there is no real need to charge your heavy attack. You do not do any additional or extra damage. You just want to stay close to the opponent. Therefore, there is very little stopping you from being as aggressive as you can see here. So there's no inherently huge amount of benefit from charging that heavy attack. You can still do it if you need to knock the opponent down, if you want to make sure your opponent throws fewer special attacks and you do not want to be as aggressive because you're still going to be doing significant amount of damage with that aura whilst charging the heavy attack. But you don't have to. You can also be just playing normally and be as aggressive as you can. And I kind of like that, because that means that after the initial ramp up, you do not need to do the whole heavy thing. You can play this champion as a regular champion, just go for your level 2s, get that aura up and melt them. Keep an eye on how many power echo charges you have, if you have the opportunity to throw additional level 1, but that is already kind of getting in the long form fight situation, which is not going to happen too often. But we do have a specific video for the long form fights as well. Here we can see just staying close to the opponent's fine. Actually, accidentally did get hit in the face there, but that's fine. We're going to have all the region in the world. And yeah, here we can see that that first rotation on a rank 2 7-star, this is the rank 2 7-star by the way, was enough to basically kill that 500k health pool. So that's decent amount of damage. Obviously, on rank 3, this would be faster, and you would still have longer to go. And the cool thing is, if this aura expired, you were close to the level 2 anyways, and you can just reactivate those level 2 auras anyways. But in longer form content, there's even kind of like a cooler way to use the Phoenix. And again, this is without synergies, without anything. You don't even need a relic properly to use Phoenix, because again, relic counts as you not being close to the opponent, and activating relic once your level 2 aura is active only reduces your damage output. So that's actually kind of annoying, that in 2025 Kabam released a champion where you kind of don't want to use the relic aside from the time you're ramping up. And yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that, but okay. So here we go. Again, start the fight kind of normally, and here's the different part. You do not go for another level 1. You're going to go now straight up to level 2, and then the magic's going to happen. So in the long form rotation, in the longer fight rotation, you actually start up worse, because you do not get to your 9 furies You only get 6 Furies from the 2 level 1s. And then your first level 2 cycle is shorter and weaker. However, that level 2 still gives you that power echo charge. And that is the main thing that you wanted. Because now you want to build up to about 1.5 bars of power. And then go for level 1, and then some crazy good things can be done. So check this out. So now you have built up to 1.4-ish bars of power. You activate level 1 and you immediately spam your level 2, and you have enough power for another level 2, which you activate immediately, at which point you have 9 of those flame ores, right? And now you can just go to town. You can see how many incinerates will be activated there. Now this is quite annoying. He's wasting my damage by not throwing that special attack, but that's fine. Here we go though. At this point, just take a look at those incinerates stacking in the corner of the screen. There's a lot. I, again, do get hit in the face here and there, but it does not matter too much. And again, you see that relic just slowing you down, man. That relic is not helping in any meaningful facet. But look at the Starlord's health pool. Look at the amount of those instant incinerate bursts. Can't even see the amount of red numbers popping up on the screen. And this one level 2 rotation did activate like 192 incinerates on him. That's a lot. And now the cool thing is, in order to get back to where you were, well, first of all, by the way, check out, I'm still at full health now. You just build up to 1.5 bars of power, and you just rinse and repeat. And you can carry on doing this, you know, for as long as you want, basically. And he's at like 30-some% now after this first proper cycle. And stay close to the opponent. You can see the incinerates growing up fast. Well, not growing up, but incinerate number growing. And his health just completely evaporating there. And after the cycle ends, you obviously get a very nice, hardy, proper regen. And the thing is, I don't think he's going to survive the cycle. So this is like 3.4 million health against the 7-star rank 2 champion with no synergies. And happy life. That was like over 200 incinerates. That was 3 minutes and 25. So with this, we have to conclude, well, that she is more capable than I initially thought. Whilst her short-term fight damage is slightly better. I think it's decent enough at that point. Because it gives you more flexibility in her rotation as well. You can heavy attack, or you can, you know, not. And it does make you a wee bit faster. 1 minute as a 7-star rank 2, take down 500 plus K health pool. That's decent. Not like a mega nuke, but serviceable, I would say. And then in the longer fights, obviously, she does have a significant amount of damage there with that long fight rotation. So that's where we are. Ultimately, again, I'm still thinking whether I'll rank 3 her. I would like to at some point. I would like for her to be good because I do enjoy her a ton. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you to, you know, invest all the resources in your Phoenix because she's going to be insane and useful. Because I don't know yet. It will depend on the matchups. And she does do some of the very popular matchups like, you know, Zola and Sentinel very, very well. And then she just, you know, sucks against a whole bunch of others. And that's not to mention that now in Battlegrounds, currently we can't even properly test her out because of the stunning reflection node and passive stun still count, completely shutting her down. So whether or how viable she is in Battlegrounds, we'll hopefully find out soon. But she's not a champion I'd want to sleep on. Again, and now we can't even test it out in the friendlies either, because victory track meta would be awful for her because of the power gain. And yeah, in the Gladiator Circuit meta, currently in Battlegrounds, also completely shuts her down. So I'm personally gonna put her in a little box, put her on the side, put a post-it note on her, and hopefully very soon, next month, we're gonna have either like a cosmic meta or a meta where she can perform well, and we're gonna see her come out of that box and perform and be useful and become a mainstay in MCOC. Because I do like the champion. I do like the fact that she has a fairly unique playstyle, the crazy amount of power gain, the crazy amount of incinerates. Quite cool. Like it a lot. But can't say that I am 100% convinced that she's going to be like a great addition to the competitive play. So we'll see what happens. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about